If this is your first or second time here, hope you enjoyed the video. If this is your third time here, go ahead and hit subscribe so you can stay up to date when I post. Now this one's kind of weird. I came up with the idea for it Friday night. And I tossed a question out there if I should try playing it like this, and a lot of people said yeah, sure. So the way this goes is I let Grok, I'm most likely going to call it Grunk, so just keep that in mind, come up with the character build, pick weapons, pick armor, and make decisions in most dialogue. Not like, you know, when you go to the shop to buy ammo or healing supplies or anything like that, but, you know, actual quest dialogue choices that make sense and actually have variety to them. Not open-ended, cyclical quests that loop back in on themselves and always have the same outcome. There's not really a reason to have it make decisions for those ones. So that's how this is gonna go. It's gonna, and the way I do it, if you're wondering, you can see it down in the corner there. I take a screenshot, a localized screenshot, Windows key Shift S. If you don't know that, you can use that to make a box around something you want to screenshot. And then I dump that into Grunk there, and sometimes I'd give it a little explanation like, you know, this person is angry and here are the options, or this person said this leading up to this and here are the options. That way it can give a fairly good response and pick its choice the way it should. So we're just gonna jump right into character creation here. As always, I go to the final page of the special picker, drop all of those down, and now for the first decision here. Took a screenshot of it, gave it to it. It gives me all the special points it wants assigned, where it wants them assigned. I did tell it to give a little bit of Fallout flair on the text it gives, since it's going to be on screen. So 5 to strength, 7 to perception, 5 to endurance, 3 to charisma, 8 to intelligence, 6 to agility, 5 to luck. Those are our special stats for this run. Skip ahead to our birthday party here. Use the Grognak and the Sweet Roll, simply because I like the option that you get right here when it comes to dialogue. And I figured this would be a good way to test it out. Problem is, it doesn't really understand the nuance of it, and or it can't really differentiate between where lines stop, although I think it gets better with that later on, because it doesn't want to start a fist fight here, but it chooses the "you look hungry" one, which is literally making fun of his mother for being an alcoholic. So that one starts a fist fight. Most of them start a fist fight too, but it goes to show that
Don't you talk about my mom, you little punk.
it tries to make decisions less in the scope of a game and more in the scope of
What do you think you're doing? Leave him alone.
like an actual RP character, which is weird. On to the next decision here in the vault. We're going to be in the vault for a little while. Well, at least I was during the run.
Who are you? Her boyfriend? Keep talking like that, boy, and we'll...
So we're giving it more decisions to make here. The decision leads into a fist fight, as it usually always does with Butch and these things, unless you run away. Vats through it, get through the fight. You can keep beating them up after the after he walks away. They don't aggro after that, but you can still keep bodying them. Like that. Easy enough. You don't get any experience for it. Just kind of cathartic, I guess is the word. Knock him out. Then here in a second, we'll do the entire goat exam. And by goat exam, I mean we're just going to skip the goat exam. You can talk to the teacher there, and he'll just give you He'll just let you pick your stuff there. As you can see, it chose small guns, repair, and science. I'm just happy it chose a combat skill at all. Especially with hindsight. Yeah, that's... And we move on.
Oh, one more thing. I stole my father's
We give it another choice here. This is the first choice that actually really impacts anything. Whether or not to take the pistol from Amada, however you pronounce her name. It says no, pretty much leave the pistol with her. Cool, whatever, you know. Then we get it to choose some gear for us, since we pick up some different weapons, a baseball bat and a BB gun. I'm glad it went with the baseball bat. And again, for stuff like this, it's just, hey, what weapon should we use? And then you take a screenshot of your Pip-Boy menu, you pop it into it, hit go. It gives you back what it thinks you should use. That's about all the setup there was for this. I did test chat GDT. Anyway, I tested the other one. That one maxes out with screenshots sent at like 5, so that didn't work. So that's why I'm using this one here. Chose some armor for us, the vault security stuff. And now I'm going to let it make an actual decision here. Dealing with Butch and his mother.
Please, I know I've always
Says hit him with the fuck off, so we hit him with the fuck off.
You can't walk away and let her die.
And now he's
Just because
begging.
I was an asshole. Please, I'm begging you.
Now, if you're wondering how we deal with more than like 3 or 4 dialogue choices, the AI is smart enough to realize when there's repetition in things. So you can just take the first few, take a screenshot, put those on there, scroll all the way down, take a screenshot, put that on there, and it'll make choices like that. We pause here, which I will do this a few times throughout the run, to ask its opinion on how we should proceed when it's not really a dialogue option. Such as right here with the Overseer. You could sneak past as he's interrogating his daughter. You could rush in and kill him. You could talk to him. You could do all sorts of things here. So I figured I'd give it the option to talk or figure out what it wanted to do. It wanted to come in here and talk. Dialogue choices like that, you'll notice I have 2 screenshots in there. That's because, like I said, you take the first few and then you scroll down, take the rest of them. That way you can have all the options. If like the last option is just like back out of conversation, then I don't include that because I want it to make a decision. Although even then, it still tries to like back out of conversations when it shouldn't be. It's strange. It's really strange. Give him the next set here. Chooses, you're right, you will die. You know. At this point, I was thinking the chatbot was going to be kind of all over the place and or hone in on like one particular way of doing things. And here in the vault, I got a weird sense of, I thought it was going to be like a bloodthirsty psycho. Just from the way it's treating certain people. And it's, I swear Skynet gets closer every day, man. Anyway, we take out the officer and the overseer because fuck them guys. Talk to Amada. Give Grok, Crunk.
Maybe one day I'll be able to forgive you.
Some more dialogue
But
choices
not
here.
now.
Figure it all
I
out.
hope you never have to find out what it's like to see your father killed right in front of you. No, don't listen to me. Just go.
That's called
Find your
foreshadowing.
father. I have to go
Anyway.
bury mine.
Let it pick. Just because I don't know if I can actually start the Trouble on the Home Front
No, I can't. Not with you, not now.
quest after you kill the overseer, or if you kill the overseer. Because it's supposed to be like splintered factions within the vault. Anyway, take out the last couple of officers there. Find it funny that Amada's outside of the vault right there. And then she draws a gun on us and starts backing away. That's just kind of weird. I found it funny. Forgot that you have to actually go toward the end of the tunnel before the vault actually closes. Ask it again. Hey, should we, like, swap out some weapons? Should we get some new weapons? Try not to go over, like, 4 to 5 weapons in use at any time as our loadout. Words are hard sometimes. And we get our first actual level up here. And this is where it starts to become a reoccurring theme with this chatbot. When I play these games, I try to max out my combat skill that I choose for whatever run I'm doing first, and then the other 2 tag skills I'll always try to max out for whatever run I'm doing. So say I'm doing a run of, I don't know, like Bob the Builder, right? I just did that. Not a lot of traction. Seems like it's a little bit off the radar from the impressions I've been seeing with it. But for that run there, I unarmed, melee weapons, and repair, right? Makes sense for a guy that builds stuff for a living and fixes stuff for a living. So that's how I try to do runs. This splitting points up in all sorts of different places is just weird. Anyway, jump to S.P.E.C.I.A.L's garage because I'm not doing the entirety of the Megaton to Galaxy News Radio to wherever else. God damn, I forget how you actually find information on where Liam Neeson went to. I gotta play through the actual story of this one of these days again. Damn, it's been years. Anyway, I ask it if we should fuck around in Serenity Lane here. It says no, because Braun is crazy, so it gives us the code, we punch in the code, we activate the failsafe, and then we leave. Easy as. That's usually how I do it anyway. Sometimes I'll fuck around with it, most times I won't. Talk to Liam Neeson, ask the chatbot what we should do. Says, came here to find you. Well, he thanks us for it. Next decision, ask if he wants to accompany us or we want to accompany him. It says yes. So, off to Rivet City we go.
Let's hurry.
In time, anyway. He just kind of fucks off. He doesn't actually become a follower, so it's kind of weird. Anyway, got another level up. Actually, 2 level ups here if memory serves me correctly. Ask it what it wants, and 6 to small guns, 6 to science, 6 to repair. Yeah, that's how this is gonna go for quite a bit of it. I did have to specify when it came to choosing perks before, like, the full page is chosen. I had to make sure it chose from the bright green perks and not the dull green perks, because it tried to choose ones that we couldn't have at first. As soon as it understood the assignment, it was fine, but it's something to keep in mind. Take a look at what we got here. Ask if we should add anything into rotation. It says yes. Scoped 4x4 Magnum, which we found in S.P.E.C.I.A.L's garage. Went back to Megaton, sell some stuff off. Didn't really mean to do that. Like, I thought it was going to tell me what stats I needed to up until I could do it, but yeah, no, it just let me fix the bomb. Anyway, free house out of that deal. Picked up the sniper rifle too. Add that into the mix. Hit up Fort Independence, because this is the best way to get stim packs in this game. Okay? Any laser weapons, plasma weapons, alien, well, the alien blaster, actually. Alien power cells, and power armor. You can also be scummy and do what I'm doing. Give the stuff to him, steal it back, give the stuff to him, steal it back, give the stuff to him, steal him back. For an infinite amount. It works best with the alien power cells, though. But at this point, you can't get them unless you do Mothership Zeta. So, but you do that, and you can get like 500-600 stim packs without even breaking a sweat. And you just put some put some points into sneak, and it makes it even easier. As we're almost at Rivet City, ask it if we should add another weapon into the mix, because we picked up a couple. Tells us to grab the sniper rifle, since our small gun skill is fairly high, so let's put that to use. Picked up a sledgehammer along the way. Ask it if we should switch it out for the switch the baseball bat out for it. It says yes because it hits harder. Okay, cool. It's understanding what it should be doing, and it's remembering things. It just does not understand how to actually put a goddamn character together for this game. Ugh. Like, by this point in time, I usually have my main weapon skill maxed out because why wouldn't you? Right? And like on normal playthroughs where I'm just sitting there, you know, actually enjoying the game, running around doing quests and shit, then it's usually like speech that I max out, or barter. But yeah, no, this is... Anyway, swift learner with this one. We go talk to Zimmerman here, because I think this entire quest line of finding a synth while having an AI make choices is funny, right? If he wants us to find the android, we got to go to the memorial, clear it out. So we put everything to use, head on into the memorial here. Although I did come across something I've never come across before in this game, since I've been playing it since it first came out, which is right here. I did not know super mutants have ambient dialogue like that with each other. Or maybe it was just scripted.
Right?
I have no idea, but I have never heard that before. And like I said, I've been playing this game since it first came out. Try to quick save, quick load through the pipe here. See if I could, and I can't. Though I do use some quick save, quick load stuff later to get in places that you probably didn't think you could get into by doing that. Anyway, we beat a mobile tank with a hammer, because Fallout 4 pretty much shows us power armor is a mobile tank. Liam Neeson dies. Sad that. Take out the rest of the enclave here. This one room by where the like master level difficulty door console thing is, you can pretty much farm enclave members right there if you do it right. I know the one playthrough I did, I killed like 30 of them there. I was set on ammo for the entirety of that run. It was crazy. Get to the Citadel, get another level up. We'll also get power armor training while we're here. And again, same style of level up, except we have more points, which means instead of putting those into what we're already leveling up, instead put that in something else, because reasons. And it also had a stake toughness. We get power armor training.
Yeah. Anyway. Now look.
Again, one of those like cyclical things. It all comes back on itself. You should always get power armor training in this game anyway. I ask it if we should start using a set of power armor. It says yes, because it's better than the vault stuff you're using. So, there you go. So we put our repair skill to use, fix up some power armor, and we're good to go. And then we slowly make our way back to Fort Independence. Again, trade off high-tech goods and stuff here. Got 72 stim packs right now. Not bad at all. We can head on out. Asked it if we should trade anything out, change anything up. Figure what we should do here. Told us to pretty much drop the 10 mil and use the laser rifle. Yeah. Drop the 10 mil, use a laser rifle. There you go. Easy enough. And for some reason, the entirety of this run, I was thinking, oh yeah, this is going to be great because laser rifles use science as a skill they pull from. No idea why I thought that. No, literally, energy weapons is a skill you can use. No idea why I was thinking science factored into energy weapons. It's weird. Anyway, find out where Vault 87 is. To be able to get into Vault 87, we need to be able to get into Lamplight. As we're meandering around, we run into the railroad. And I think this is where my deep-seated issues with the railroad first came up, right? You're minding your own business, looking for somebody's pet robot, right? And this lady comes out of nowhere, pretty much fucking yelling at you in the middle of a wasteland where people get shot on sight. Like, really, the fuck is this lady's problem? Goddamn. Anyway, the AI doesn't really want us to be a dick, and it wants us to de-escalate. Because it does that a lot now. You know, fine leaving a dude's mother to die to rad roaches and whatnot. Can't be mean to people, though. It's a weird AI, man. It's a weird AI. Anyway, I start heading north, I think. No, south, actually. Different direction. I couldn't get the quest for the replicated man to proc correctly. I went to the doctor in Megaton and paid him, and that was good. The doctor in Rivet City I couldn't get anything from. So that's annoying. Along with this perk choice too. Fucking lead belly. Jesus Christ, man. It has no idea what it's doing. Again, if I feel like it's trying to create a character that would actually survive in the wasteland, not beat the game easily. Yeah. Anyway, like I was saying, paid off Doctor in Megaton, gave me the information. Doctor in Rivet City just wouldn't talk to me for some reason. So I figured I'd come here, but I don't have enough money to get in. So if you didn't know, you could just quick save, quick load through the gate here. In most anything that's like small geometry that comes to like almost a 90-degree angle, like the gates and stuff do. So, get through there, talk to the doctor, pay him 100 caps. Mind you, I didn't have 100 caps to get in here, but I have 100 caps to pay him because I sold stuff off while I was in here. If you were wondering. Now that we have the information, I ask the chat bot, Grok, Crunk, whatever the fuck it is, what we should do. It says pretty much go talk to him, tell him he's a tin can. So we go to him, and we start letting the dialogue choices flow, see what it'll do. It says nice work tracking him down.
In case you haven't noticed.
Just letting it do its own thing here because I figured an AI talking to an artificial human would be funny. And yeah, technically, I guess Harkness.
I've never been to the
I wanted to say Harkon, but that's a different game. Harkness here is technically like a Gen 3 synth, I guess. Which still, my book, Gen 3 synths aren't people. Because I'm fairly sure the synth component is supposed to be like the brain stem,
I'll humor you.
which would allow for like a better interface between the Institute tech and like the brain part. And when you think about not being detectable by humans in the Commonwealth, I mean, it's not like they have MRIs and X-rays and shit, so, you know, kind of hard to figure anything out there.
I'm not sure what to even think.
As I ramble on, Harkness here is having quite the dilemma internally for all of this. And we use the recall code, which the recall code behaves differently here. In Fallout 4, the recall code pretty much puts them into a sleep mode, like a temporary shutdown state. The recall code here was actually made by Zimmerman? Pinkerton. There you go.
Why?
To just be able to pull back his memories from where they were partitioned off in his fake human brain. Or his synth component. I'm not entirely sure
My life. Everything.
which one there.
It's all a lie.
He's still having a dilemma there. We let the chatbot figure this out for us because
Thank you.
why not?
I'm really not sure how people would
Mind you,
react if
his
they
quest is one of the few that I actually do without being an asshole.
Here's a little token of my gratitude.
Just
Best weapon
tossing this out there. When I play these games, I play these games to be just a bad person. I always have. It's a video game, man. Have fun with it, right? I remember my first playthrough of this game in particular. I killed everyone in Megaton before I blew up the bomb just to get more experience for killing people. That's why I never knew Moira Brown survived it until, like, later on. Asked if we should switch out our laser rifle for our new plasma rifle. It says yes, because it's a better plasma rifle. At this point, the Enclave is running around the wasteland, because why wouldn't it? So that's pretty much a free set of power armor, well, free power armor sets, and free, well, laser weapons and ammunition all the time. We ask pretty much how we should go into Paradise Falls, and if we should kit up with any other weapons and stuff we may have right now. It gives us its explanation here. I'm not going to explain everything that the chatbot says because, as you can see right now, its answers go from fairly short to like 2 paragraphs until I correct it and tell it not to write so fucking much. Anyway, in its mind, the Ripper is better than the Hammer, so Ripper it is, I guess. Because, you know, this is so much more efficient than hitting a dude 3 times with a hammer. So much more efficient, don't you know? Pretty much give up on that idea and start using the plasma rifle because this rifle hits like a fucking tank. And like I said, this is one of the well, it's the only reason I do the Harkness's quest and not sell him down the river, because I do usually sell him down the river after I get the rifle, but that's neither here nor there at the moment. Because it's a good plasma rifle. And if I'm going for an energy weapons build, it's what I use until I can get my hands on Tesla cannon, I think. Even then, that uses a lot of ammo. Anyway, it chooses Commando for this one, because of course it does. I don't even know if Commando works with plasma rifles. I don't know, man. Keeping the stat spread about the same as usual. Asked if we should toss a super sledgehammer into the mix. It says yes. Mind you, our 44 is like out of ammo at this point. I haven't really been shopping in this game, and I don't for the entirety of it anyway, because, why not? So it tells us to ditch the 44, use the hammer. We free the kids because since we don't have child at heart, which I usually take, we need a way to get into Little Lamplight, so free the kids from Paradise Falls. As we're heading to Lamplight, we fight a couple of super mutants, a centaur, and kill some cows. We level up again. It gives us the same style of point spread, because of course it fucking does. At least it's staying consistent with what it's choosing, but god damn. Yeah. Has us choose Scrounger. We get the Lamplight. We head on in. As always, because I'm never not going to do this, I just like to get through Lamplight as quick as possible. Come over here to this corner. Quick save, quick load, quick save, quick load. And you're through. Ta-da! Not like you need to come back through this way anyway. The government always kidnaps you on your way out. Take out the super mutants, because for one, they're there, and two, they're pretty easy experience points at this point. Especially with this plasma rifle, even without energy weapons at all. I'm taking about 3 to 4 shots. And sure, I'm not a huge or high level or anything. Imagine if I was actually spec'd out to use that fucking gun. Anyway, we put the sniper rifle to use, level up again, have it start choosing stuff. it actually decided to max out a skill. Too bad it wasn't my fucking weapon skill, so... Max out repair, dump the rest into science, because, of course... I tried to sway it a little bit here to take here and now so I could get some more points to toss into some stuff. But it also said, you know, hey, I would go with rad resistance here, because we're in an irradiated vault. So I go with rad resistance because... Yeah. Anyway, continue clearing out the vault. Come across Fox. Ask it what it wants us to do. It says save him. So we're saving the Jolly Green Giant here. If you have a high enough science skill in this room where you can unlock all the cells, you could just unlock his. It's the terminal sitting next to the console here. Or it's the console sitting next to the terminal. No, it's a terminal set next to a console. Anyway, his is room 5. I forgot about it. I had to actually come back and redo that. I trade with Fox because the AI said we could use a super sledge, and he has a super sledge. So we're taking his named super sledgehammer, repairing it with ours to get a super sledgehammer that does like twice the fucking damage, which was insane. We get the Gek and then head on out and get kidnapped by the government again, because we always do. So Autumn comes in, power armored, fucking Tesla power armored Enclave soldiers. We ask it what we should do.
That's just what I wanted to hear. So what's the code?
It gives us information, and again, it starts tossing in these little, like, tidbits of, oh, your character should be able to do this since your science skill is so high, or you should be able to do this because, like right there, this keeps you alive, stalling him long enough for Fox or you to use your science skill to be able to escape. It's coming up with its own little fucking headcanon here. And again, if you didn't know this, in Fallout New Vegas and Fallout 3, you can cancel forced conversations by being in an animation, like swinging a melee weapon. So, if you're wondering why the Enclave dude didn't talk to me, that's why. But yeah, no, the chatbot's coming up with like its own little story about what's going on, and it's kind of weird. Anyway, has us max out science, and then put some points into small guns, and then put points into melee. But it messed up its... I'm pretty sure it messed up its amount. So I just dumped the rest of the points into melee too. Doesn't really make a difference there. Then it wants us, well, I want it to pick a skill for us, and it decides, hey, since we're in a place where we shouldn't be and we need to try to sneak out, take Thief, or whatever the fuck it just had me pick. Yeah, at this point, it's pretty much choosing perks that are worthless to us. Also, I skipped over the entirety of the Eden conversation because it's one of them loop conversations. Usually always ends up with him exploding Raven Rock, and you always have to take the FEV, so... Head on out, meet Fox, because we saved him, and he's a good friend. And since this is like the only time I've been good karma in any of my fucking runs for this game, we bring him along as a companion. We ask if we should upgrade our armor. It says use the Tesla armor, so... We're using the Tesla armor now. Trade the rest of it off at Fort Independence for a bunch of stim packs. Head on back to the Citadel. Talk to the Brotherhood. Toss all of the dialogue choices here. We tell the Brotherhood about the FEV, as our AI tells us to. And then it tells us not to hand over the FEV to the Brotherhood because we can't trust them or some shit. Saying that we could figure out a way to destroy it later on. Again, it's coming up with its own little story at this point, man. It's weird. Neat, though. Talk to Sarah. She gives us a set of power armor. As we start to head out, this is like the only point in time I take like a liberty, so to speak. and use some points and choose a perk. I specifically choose here and now simply because I wanted to allocate more points for me. So that's how that goes. Automatically gives us another level. I tell it straight up, hey, I chose here and now. Pick some more perk stuff for us. Some skill points for us. Give it a screenshot. It goes through and does that. Now it wanted me to dump a bunch of points into medicine and a bunch of points into sneak for some fucking reason. I said no, and I just dumped the rest of them into melee because this is like the last level up we're getting. Might as well continue doing what it was already doing without dumping more points into other stuff that it wasn't touching before. So we head on through, we do the whole march through with Liberty Prime. You could skip most of it by just like waiting. Have conversation with Colonel Autumn.
Let's end this.
I just realized I don't know his first name. Anyway, it again wants to like de-escalate, try to bring things down. You know, again, it's coming up with uses for the thing there. Any which way, it tells us to finish him off with our sniper rifle, so we finish him off with our sniper rifle. Same sniper rifle we found in the rock outside of Megaton. I'm gonna say Good Springs. Jesus Christ, I've been playing too much New Vegas. We take out Autumn. Our friends take out the Enclave soldier because I whiff every fucking shot here. Because this rifle, even though it's semi-automatic, operates more like a fucking bolt action. Talk to Sarah. Ask the AI what we should do. Says don't use the FEV because it will kill friendly mutants like Fox. Okay, cool, whatever. Then it says Fox is immune to the radiation, so send the Jolly Green Giant in to deal with this because why wouldn't we, right? Sarah would die, I would technically die and did until they made the Broken Steel DLC. So just send the Super Mutant in to do it, right? Super Mutant or Ghoul. I don't know if you got any Ghoul companions in this game. Anyway, that's that. Yes, an AI, when given all the choices, can in fact create a build and make decisions that would finish the game. It's not optimal. And don't get me wrong, it didn't take a long time. It did not take me a long time to do this run at all. Right? I started at like maybe 5 p.m. Friday night, and I finished at like 3-ish Saturday morning because I wanted to get it all done in one shot. But that's because I skipped a good portion of the fucking game. Right? I skipped the Megaton Moriarty stuff, the Galaxy News Radio, and all that shit, and whatever comes after that to get to Rivet City, to get information from Dr. Lee, to then go to wherever, and I skipped a lot of the game. Right? So, not time-consuming, little fucking infuriating here and there, but beyond that, not too bad. Like, if I were to have given it better instructions to, like, maybe min-max, it wouldn't have been as bad. But yeah, it's, I don't think I'll do this with New Vegas because I think the game doesn't like to work with, full-screen mode. Borderless full-screen mode, anyway. Anyway, here I am, after the end, still talking. Thanks for watching, if indeed you still are. I'm gonna go to bed, because it's late again. It's Saturday, well, technically Sunday morning now. Anyway, good night. I'm going to bed.